For the last 2 years, Elon Musk's AI ambitions were primarily known for a standalone, controversial chatbot. But in recent months, that strategy has aggressively pivoted toward integrated, enterprise-level infrastructure. The turning point came when SpaceX formally absorbed xAI into its own corporate structure. Days after a massive initial public offering, SpaceX executed an all-stock acquisition of Cursor, a highly popular AI-powered code editor, for a staggering $60 billion. The immediate product of this newly unified corporate empire is Grok 4.5. It is the first AI model SpaceX has ever built specifically for software engineering, complex mathematical reasoning, and professional knowledge work. But looking closely at the release reveals a strange contradiction. Despite the record-breaking price tag of the Cursor deal and tens of thousands of dedicated graphics processors powering its creation, SpaceX's own published benchmarks show that Grok 4.5 is not the smartest artificial intelligence on the market. In fact, it sits firmly in the second tier of frontier models. On DeepSWE, a standard test measuring how well an AI handles real software engineering tasks, Grok 4.5 trails behind current industry leaders like OpenAI's GPT 5.5. This leaves an obvious question on the table. Why would the fourth most valuable company in the United States spend $60 billion on a specialized text editor, only to release an AI model that takes home a silver medal? To understand the math behind the deal, you have to look at the severe bottleneck currently choking AI development. The internet is running out of high-quality training data. Cursor solves that problem. By operating as the actual environment where developers work, Cursor provides a continuous, real-time stream of information tracking exactly how professional human engineers interact with AI assistants to write, debug, and review code. This diagram maps out a concept known as a data flywheel. Millions of developers use the software, generating interaction data. That data trains a smarter AI model. The smarter model makes the software better, which in turn attracts more users, and the cycle accelerates. Rather than relying on generic text scraped from the web, Grok 4.5 was fed trillions of tokens derived directly from these highly specific professional interactions. Because of this unique diet, the model excels at agentic tasks. It can receive a broad goal, autonomously hunt down a bug in a massive codebase, test its own solutions, and apply the fix without requiring a human to guide it step by step. This $60 billion investment secures an exclusive, infinitely replenishing data mine, a strategic asset designed to outpace every other lab in the industry. With the data pipeline secured, SpaceX shifted its evaluation metric away from raw intelligence and focused entirely on computational leanness. This brings us to token efficiency. In AI, a token is roughly equivalent to a word or a piece of code. Token efficiency measures exactly how much computational effort, how many of these tokens, a model must generate to arrive at the correct answer. This bar chart illustrates that efficiency directly. To resolve an average software engineering task, Anthropic's top-tier Opus 4.8 model churns through roughly 67,000 output tokens. Grok 4.5 solves the exact same problem using about 16,000. Because it requires so much less effort to reach a solution, Grok 4.5 operates at massive speeds, reliably outputting 80 tokens per second and resolving complex logic problems much faster than heavier models. This speed is driven by a mixture of experts' architecture. Instead of activating the entire massive neural network for every single question, the model quickly routes specific tasks to specialized internal subnetworks, saving time and power. That lean architecture makes Grok 4.5 highly practical for dense office productivity. It has the speed and specific reasoning required to instantly build out the multi-sheet financial model in Excel or draft complex legal summaries in Word without making the user wait. Grok 4.5 focuses on executing 90% of a superintelligence's work at a fraction of the time and computational cost. That mathematical efficiency translates directly into an aggressive price war against the established industry leaders. Anthropic charges $25 for every million output tokens generated by its Opus 4.8 model. SpaceX is offering Grok 4.5 at just $6 for that same million tokens, less than a quarter of the price. By crashing the price of complex reasoning, smaller law firms, financial institutions, and solo developers can suddenly afford to integrate highly capable, autonomous AI agents deep into their daily operations. But ubiquitous AI access carries a distinct edge. Cursor openly admits that the exact same capabilities making Grok 4.5 an incredible, cheap tool for finding and patching code also make it highly effective for bad actors looking to exploit global cybersecurity vulnerabilities. When you zoom out, the scale of this new corporate landscape is massive. We are looking at an AI model backed by the raw compute power of xAI, tested on the physical hardware of Tesla and SpaceX, and distributed directly to millions of developers through Cursor. This creates a highly unusual market dynamic. SpaceX is now directly undercutting Google and Anthropic on software pricing, while simultaneously leasing out its massive NVIDIA compute clusters to those exact same competitors. The AI race now belongs to the corporation that masters the infrastructure, the data loops, and the economics required to make their intelligence inescapable.